if you don't like books, I suggest you turn off now, I'm afraid, because this is probably really boring to you. We push and pull like a magnet. Although my heart is falling too, I'm in love with your body. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I decided to do kind of a weird video. I've never seen anyone do this before. Probably just because I haven't found the video, but I wanted to show you guys my book collection. This is my own personal book collection. I have, in my house there's like a library downstairs, so a library slash dining room. I don't have my own library like on its own because that would be crazy. I'm not Beauty and the Beast, but we do have a library in our dining room and it is full of books, but this is just my personal collection and what I've contributed to our library downstairs, and I wanted to show you them. There is quite a few, I'm not gonna lie, there's quite a few. Probably not half as many as people who actually read, but read more than I do, but there is quite a few, and I've split them into books that I've read and books that I want to read, because I just carry on collecting them all the time. So some of them I haven't read yet, but it's pretty even about the ones I've read and ones I haven't read, so it's pretty cool. Anyway, let's get into it. So I'm not gonna go through every single book, like what it's about and stuff, because that would take too long, but I am gonna go through some of the ones that I really liked. So the first one that I'm currently reading is Nicholas Sparks. Obviously everyone loves him, especially if, well, I love him. I have quite a few of his books, and the one I'm currently reading is The Last Song. I've watched quite a few of his movies as well, or movies based on his books, and they're all really good. They're really like, they're all romantic, obviously romantic comedies, and they're just catnip for me. Like, I love them, so the books are just as good. So yeah, so this is the one I'm currently reading, and it's The Last Song. Really good. I have quite a few book series, but I haven't read all of them in the series. One of the series that I have is by Gail Forman, and it's called If I Stay and Where She Went. Brilliant books. Like, they're so emotional. Like, if you read these you'll be crying. And If I Stay is also a movie. If you watch the movie you'll be crying. I was crying in this movie. Really good. Those two. Then there's some random ones that I have. So I have this book called Perks of Being a Wallflower, movie and book. Both of them are just as good as each other. Really good. This book has been compared to Catcher in the Rye, which I've also read. So if you like that book, you'll like this one. Warm Bodies, which I'm going to have a review on soon, but I was currently reading this and it really took me really quick. It's a really good film as well, so that's one of them as well. Jacqueline Wilson, I have a few of her books. These are mostly books that I read when I was younger. They are kind of fun to reread when you're older as well, just because you understand more of the adult tones in them when you're older. But these ones are really good. This one used to be my absolute favourite. It's called How to Survive Summer Camp, and it's also the first book she wrote, which I didn't actually know before. And then my other favourite one used to be this one called Lola Rose when I was younger, which is also really good. Also, more Nicholas Sparks is Dear John, The Lucky One, and The Notebook. This book is 10 times better than the film. The film is really good, but the book is better. Like, read the book, okay? Everybody that said The Notebook and loved it, please give the book some credit, because it is really good. I liked it better than the movie. I just thought it was really good, and I think that you should read it. It gives you just as much like emotional, like, what's it called? I don't know. It just this book's so good. Like, just read this. The Lucky One film, that is my film. Like, when I first discovered the Lucky One film, I watched it every day for a week. Zac Efron in that film is a hot butter biscuit. He is actually hot in that film. I don't know why. He gets to me. And then the girl who stars in the film, she's the one from Orange is the New Black. I don't know what her name is, but she's really good in the film as well. But the book is just as good, apart from there's one scene in the film that's definitely better in the film. So go and watch the film and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's that scene. That scene is better in the film, and in the book they kind of just like brush over it. So yeah, but the book's really good as well, so definitely go read that. And then Dear John, the film is okay and the book's okay. It's not the best one, I don't really like it that much. This book series is really, really, really good. It's one of my favorite book series, and the first book is called The Singer of All Songs, the second book is called The Waterless Sea, and the third book is called The 10th Power. It's really, really good fantasy book. I don't know how to explain it to you without giving too much away, but basically it's about a girl who lives in a village, and in her world there's people with magical powers, and the way that they use their powers is to sing, and it's just really, really interesting book. Really, really amazingly written. The reason that I know about these books as well, because this is actually an American author, is because when I went to stay in America for a while, we had a library card and I took these books out and I absolutely loved them, could not put them down. I've read them like 5 million times. I absolutely love them. The author is Kate Constable, and I suggest that you just go and get these books. I got these pretty cheap from Amazon. Nearly every single book that I have in this collection is secondhand Amazon book. I don't really buy first-hand books. I don't see the point. You can literally get books for like £10 brand new and then get them for like £3 on Amazon, so that's what I always do. But yeah, definitely one of my favourite book series. I suggest everyone goes and reads it, especially if you like fantasy books with powers and loads of cool stuff in here. Definitely go read this, really, really good. Then I have some other random kinds of books. So Think Like a Lady, Act Like a Lady and Think Like a Man. If you've seen Think Like a Man, the film, I actually, after I watched the film, I was like, oh my god, that film's so good, I would love to have the actual book. And they actually have a book, and it's not a book of the film per se, it's literally a dating book. And as you can see, I've got like a load of sticky notes in here, because when this first came out, I was literally following it religiously. Like, here's all my like highlighted pages and like stuff that I really wanted to follow, like advice on men, and this was really funny. When I first got this, I was like, yes, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna stick to all the rules. I didn't stick to them very well, but it's a really good book to read. It's fun. I got this book, which is Demi Lovato, Staying Strong. It's kind of like a self-help book. So like on each day it has a different thing. The Twilight series, I have New Moon here because I don't know where Twilight has gone, but I have the whole series, but half of it's in my non-read pile because I haven't read it yet. But New Moon, the books are, let me tell you something. The books for Twilight, yeah, are 10 times better than the film. I really, really like the films, all of them, apart from, no, I liked all of the films. Oops. I liked every single one of the Twilight films, apart from Twilight was my worst one, but I liked the rest. But when I tell you the books are better, they're like 100% better. Like, everybody that I know that's in Twilight hates Bella for one reason or another. And in the films, she's annoying, like really annoying. I don't know why. I don't mind her as much as everybody else, but she's annoying in the films. But in the books, she's really cool. Like, she's really, really cool, and like, she doesn't make the stupid decisions that she makes in the film. Apart from, she's just more boss. Like, I don't know. So if you don't like Bella in the films, then read about her, because she's actually cooler in the books as she is in the films, and it made me like her. And the last few ones is Beastly, film and book. You might notice that I have a lot of books that are films, and that's because when I watch a film and I really like it, I'll go and read the book as well. People think that's really weird, and some people don't like doing that because they now imagine all the characters in the book as they are in the films, but I find it really easy to separate the two, and I like to read the books of the films that I've seen so I can get a more understanding of the film, because obviously films leave out some quite crucial details because they can't put everything in it, whereas books really explain and give you more depth to a character. So I really enjoy reading the book as well as the film, just to get 100% view of like the characters for what they are. But Beastly is a really good book and a really good film. I would say that actually they're very different. So the book is nearly completely different. The book and film are very different, so I like them both on their own separately. But they are really good as well. But the book, I would say, it has a better like tempo. Like things make more sense in the book because of how slow the process is of what happens, and I really like that. Before I Die is a book that I've already reviewed on my channel. If you want to see that, then I'll link it below. I really like this book, as everybody know, as you should know from my review. But it's also a film, which the film is called Now Is Good. It's got Dakota Fanning, and I really liked it. And then this one, the last one that I've read, is The Turn of the Screw, and we read this in English and I really liked it. It's really creepy, and I saw the play as well. So this is a play and a book, so it's a bit different. But yeah, the play was really good and the book's okay. It's a bit weird, not really my thing. But yeah, so that's all the books that I've actually physically read. And well, all the ones that I could find that I've read, and the ones that I haven't read are here. So I have Pride and Prejudice. Really nice book with the way they've got it on here. It's a special Amazon edition, really cheap. But yeah, so Pride and Prejudice, I've got that I want to read. Sense and Sensibility, and I mentioned this on my channel previously, but this is the Beautiful Creatures series. I've read Beautiful Creatures, which is the first one, which is not in this pile because I can't find it. But I want to read the other three in the series, which is Beautiful Darkness, Beautiful Redemption, and Beautiful Chaos. They're on my to-read list for this month, so I want to finish them by the end of October. I also have Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights. I also have I Was Here. So the person who wrote If I Stay and Where She Went also wrote another book called I Was Here, and I'm really looking forward to reading it because the other two are really good. Other books I have is more Jacqueline Wilson books. These two, the first two, which is called Jackie Daydream and Dating, Dancing, Dreams and Dilemmas, is her life stories, and I want to read them because I really liked her when I was younger. I actually met her at a book signing as well, and I really appreciated her through my childhood, so I want to read those anyway. And then The Story of Tracy Beaker and The Bread and Breakfast Star, I haven't read that yet, I'm going to. James and the Giant Peach, I bought this but I haven't read it, and I was reading it to my little stepbrother when he used to go to bed, but I haven't finished it, so I put it in the other pile. This is a classic, so Eclipse and Breaking Dawn. I haven't actually finished the Twilight series. I have these two left to read, and I'm really looking forward to reading these, but I haven't got around to it. You have to be in the mood to read the Twilight series, and I haven't been in the mood for a while. It's kind of exhausting sometimes. And then the last two books I haven't read is this. I'm probably never gonna read this. I have no idea what it is. I just know that I bought it or found it, and it's a kid's book. I can't bother. And this I picked up somewhere. I think I got it from, you know, like when you go to a doctor's and there's like a book stand, it's like books 50p. I think I got this there. Or there's a pile of like 3 books and they said I could have one, so I chose this one because I literally always judge book by their covers when it comes to actual books, because it's led me true to this day, so I'm going to carry on doing that. And this just looks really interesting and it was huge, so I definitely wanted this one as well. So yeah, that's the end of my actual book collection. I have a few, like I said. There's other books that are not in my collection, but we do have them in our library that I definitely want to read, and one of those is the Harry Potter series. I know I'm so late on the uptake with that, but I want to read it because I absolutely adore the films. Like, I'm such a Harry Potter nerd. Like, I love Harry Potter, and I want to read the books to get more details about the actual Harry Potter world. Apparently, as well, like, there's so much more, like, in each. There's so much more detail in the books, and I'm really looking forward to it. Apparently the books are better as well. I do want to do a video about what I liked better and when I do read that series, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. But I love reading, obviously, and it doesn't take me that long to read. So yeah, but I wanted to show you just the books that I have. As you can see, that I'm very immature. I have a lot of kind of young reads books. They're not really like adult books properly, so, but I don't care. I just read whatever I like, and I like most of my books as well. So I'm hoping to get more of a bigger collection. I want to be able to, like, I'm slowly filling up my library on my own, my mum's library on my own, and I will show you the library on my house tour when I do that. So anyway, that will be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you don't like books, then don't, like I said, then you wouldn't have enjoyed this. But if you do like books, then I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely recommend the Singer of All Songs series. So everyone should go read that, and I'll link that down below. I'll link every single book that I can find down below. I'm really sorry, it's gonna be really long, but if you want to know most of the books, then they'll be down below, and then you guys can read a little synopsis that's on Amazon and see if you want to buy it. But other than that, have a good day. Please subscribe if you like this video and put a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.